Let's talk about your hero section at the very top. Is the call to action or the CTA on your website absolutely crystal clear exactly what you want people to do? So many websites that I take a look at, not only do they have multiple menu items at the very top, the call to action for people is also divided all among the page. And it's, let's say at the very top, it could have book a demo, the next one could have download our guide, the next one could have another offer potentially, because what people are trying to do is to divide this idea of, hey, look, I'm going to offer top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom of funnel people our offer at different levels. And no matter where they are, hopefully I catch them. But the reality is, every statistic that's out there that talks about web pages and calls to action says that your likelihood of capturing people actually drops with each addition of a call to action. When you go to two calls to action, it actually drops another 5 to 7%. And then whenever you go to three, you actually drop to zero. So you have no opportunity if you have three calls to action, and you have the highest level of opportunity if you have one call to action. The example here is, think about websites or web pages as microsites. This idea of having microsites is something I've been talking to people about for over a year now, where we've seen a pickup in developing microsites for companies that are really focused on getting traffic to their specific product and getting people to take a specific action. If you make the options for people to choose only one, they're only there for one particular reason. There is an opportunity to really narrow somebody's focus down to one call to action. And I want you to think about this in terms of your specific offer. So, whenever you're offering a particular service or product, there should be one level of selection that people can go through. Now, you can say things like, I need a spot for my blog post, or I need a spot for this. Sure, develop your bigger website somewhere, but also think about the idea of having a domain that is solely for selling your one particular product or your one particular offer. If that's something that interests you, you could think about ways to develop a microsite where all people can do on that site is buy that particular offer. Now, I have an example in the most recent. My example here is with the Best Kept Secret No More page. So if I share that really quickly, you start to see, like in the hero section, very clearly, there's a very clear delineation in terms of what this page is for. It's a live workshop. It's Thursday, May 21st. It's at 3:30, and you have one option here, and it is save my seat right there. So that's your one option. It's in the hero section. The whole idea around this website is to get people in and get people to sign up on that site. By the way, if you're interested in creating AI content and an AI content machine for your business and raising or elevating your capability in terms of AI content, I think you should strongly consider attending that session. One of the options for people to learn more about content marketing and how to leverage their content more is to join my free school community. Those links are below. Please make sure that you check them out. But I also offer an opportunity to go through a quick audit of your website and the calls to action that you have on the website and make sure that things are lined up properly. There's a document that's attached to this video, and again, the link will be below, where you can get the document and essentially audit your own website to make sure that those calls to action are specific and that they're targeted for drawing in the right people for your offer. One of the key items that I want to stress here is that there's a 4-pillar framework that's included inside of what we're focusing in on here. The whole idea is there's this journey that people go through to get to the point of conversion. Conversion is really that moment where they click the button and they say, yes, I absolutely want this thing that you're selling. To get through that, you got to get through clarity and proof and content and then conversion. So clarity, proof, content, and conversion are the 4 pillars. And I would encourage you to think about this idea of, if you open your website in the first 30 seconds, you should be able to see very clearly, what is it that this person wants me to do based on this specific website. If it doesn't deliver that and it's not clear enough, people aren't going to click the button and they're not going to convert. Ultimately, what you want is people to click the button, you want them to convert, and you want them to be there for the reason that you're drawing them in. So think about your website not just as a broad broadcast marketing tool, but much more as a focus tool for getting people there for that conversion event. And if they're there for that, very clearly they'll have one purpose in mind whenever they arrive on your website.